I first of all want to again welcome you to the Rhode Island State Party Convention. As Democrats, we lead with our values. Those values are the knowledge that health care is not a privilege, it is a right. Your zip code should not determine the quality of your education. As Democrats, we believe education rises all boats with the tides, and that's what the American dream is about. We believe that improving our infrastructure with programs such as roadworks and our last and latest initiative, investing $250 million in our schools for the construction, maintenance, that's a democratic value. We believe in the dignity of a good paying job. We've supported increases in the minimum wage, paid sick leave, and family leave. These are what make us Democrats. We believe in helping small business, and especially our minority and women business owners, because small businesses help raise the quality of life for all Rhode Islanders. We believe in treating each other and our neighbors with respect, including standing up for our DACA children against the federal tyrant that is in the State House. Oh, the White House, excuse me. We only wish he was in the State House. That'd be great. We have a nice office for him in the basement. You know, with a Republican president and a Republican-led Congress, seriously, democracy is under attack. And that is why it's so important to lead with our values and get results. And we have done that. This opioid epidemic, we've attacked it with prevention and education, funding and intervention. And I know I'm joined by every elected official here. I am tired of going to funerals and burying mostly young people. This is a chronic epidemic. The General Assembly and our federal delegation and our general officers have stepped up. We will not take this horrible epidemic sitting down. We also have taken initiatives. We believe mental illness deserves equal treatment. This is 2018, and we have taken action to ensure that those citizens with mental illness are treated and treated properly. Oh yeah, by the way, as Democrats, we believe global warming is real. Yeah. Believe it or not, it is. Not fake news. We all know what America's promise is. You come to the United States, you go to school, you work hard, and you succeed. We have acted on that dream, initiating a program called Rhode Island Promise, where you can drive a half a mile from here and talk to a kid, Sean, that'll pump your gas at Murphy's We Pump It, and ask him what he's doing. He will tell you, I am a full-time student at CCRI, yes, and I want to be an engineer. He would not have had that opportunity if it wasn't for Democrats. We act on our values. We've acted on higher minimum wage, family leave, and helping our working families. And we also believe that unions help raise the standard of living for our families. And we support working families and the unions that raise their standards. Very proud to support our brothers and sisters in the union. So people have asked me, they're saying, Chairman McNamara, what's happening with this party? What about the division in the party? And my answer is this. We have an extremely large tent. I've just spoken about leading with values. We have more that unites us than divides us. They are our common values. We are a party of addition, not subtraction. We're a party of inclusion. We have always had a liberal wing of the Democratic Party. When I was younger, I was considered an extreme liberal. Today, I'm a little bit more in the middle, but I still learn and listen. The reason we are successful as a party is because we listen to each other, we respect each other, and when we can find middle ground, we often compromise, and it moves not only the party forward, but the citizens of Rhode Island. Someone said recently, well, so-and-so voted against this way, or they voted that way, and very often I'll say they were with us on marriage equality, they were with us on the minimum wage. They're saying, well, what about this one issue? And I will say to them, and I will say to you, there is no litmus test for Democrats. If you want a litmus test, there's a building down the street with a big elephant in front of it, and there's about 2 people there. There are no litmus tests. We work together as a party, and I believe people say we have 2 wings. I tell them it takes 2 wings to fly, and that's what makes us great. A quick update on some of our initiatives. I am so pleased that our Women's Caucus has been so successful. And yes, did we have growing pains at the beginning? You better believe it. Party building is not easy. Party building is hard. And it takes work. I am so pleased. And if Selena Mahanti, are you here? Could you just raise your hand? Thank you very much, the chair of our Women's Caucus. Thank you. The Republicans have acted like they own veterans. We have formed, on the suggestion of Speaker Mattiello and President Ruggiero, a Veterans Caucus. And if you want to feel energy, attend a Veterans Caucus meeting. Absolutely. And man, they march as a unit, and they're action oriented. I went to their first meeting, it was great. 2 weeks later they had a veterans boot camp in Warwick. This year at the 4th of July parade, they are running a veterans registration drive for Democrats and to get people involved. And I just want to recognize Representative co-chairs, Representative Vella Wilkinson and Senator Seveny. They are wonderful co-chairs. Let's give them a round of applause. During the last election cycle, anytime we needed anything, there was one person I would talk to and call. Our LGBTQ caucus, co-chaired by Anthony DeRozan and Kate Montero. We're at headquarters and they're saying, Joe, can't we afford a coffee pot? I said, well, I don't know, the budget's kind of tight. Hey, Anthony, can you get a coffee pot? Sure, Joe, it's there. anytime any debate was on during the last cycle, Anthony stepped up and we had debate watch parties. Absolutely great. And we have an I'm Able caucus that is working with individuals in our community that have not felt empowered due to some perceived disabilities. I would be remiss if I didn't recognize our city and town chairs, and the chairman, Bob Johnson, is here somewhere. Bob, thank you for the work the city and town chairs do. Also, there are numerous councilmen here from all over the state, and you individuals, elected officials, do a great job. And how about a round of applause for them? And I want to make sure that I recognize also Mayor Murray. I know he's here and he's going right back to Cumberland for the Portuguese Festival, but Mayor Murray, thank you for coming here tonight. So in a minute, we are going to address the candidates for U.S. Congress and U.S. Senate, but I just want to mention this to all of you. There are 134 days to the election. That gives us 134 days to energize, 134 days to fight for democratic values, and 134 days to ensure that our state remains a beacon of hope and opportunity for all. I thank you for everything you're doing, and let's hit the ground running. No time off for 134 days. Thank you.